Hello and welcome to another one of my Trinity teachings. This is lesson 6 on familiars. Okay, first off, I'm going to read a bit. I've written a bit of information down, that way I can remember what to say. Also, some of these are excerpts from a few books, so just to let you know. Anyway, familiars. A familiar is an individual living animal with whom you are deeply connected and psychically bonded. Also, you can have more than one familiar, but there's usually one that stands out in my head. Your familiar should be attached to you specifically, and not just a family pet. I mean, it can be, but it doesn't have. But it can be, but sometimes, yeah, you know what I'm saying. Anyway, usually quiet animals are the best, and those tend to be the most receptive to your thoughts. When choosing an animal for a familiar, keep in mind you may perform meditations, healings, and magical rituals that last for some time, so a familiar who will remain still for that time is ideal. All familiars won't sit and stay with you. I mean, some will, some won't. Cats are usually the most common because they'll lay around and they may seem lazy, but they'll just lay there. To create a familiar bond, you should be the primary human being with which your familiar has close contact. Ideally, you should raise them from infancy and become their surrogate substitute mommy. I might add you that's written down. I'm not just making this up. You don't have to. It's really up to you. If you want to start them from a baby, some go to the pound and connect to one. It's really however you find yours is best for you. It could be, as I say, a cat, dog, a bunny, ferret. A ferret probably is not that common, but anyway. What else? I think what else. Well, as I was saying, picking one with a long lifespan. Well, you don't necessarily have to pick one with a long lifespan, but then again, most animals' lifespans are a bit different than ours, so like dogs age differently than we do. Cats, on the other hand, I'm not sure, honestly. Now to think about it, but cats are usually the most common ones. Let's see. The most important clue to sensitize any animal is whether it looks you right in the eyes when communicating. Several times a day, you should hold your familiar and gaze deeply into its eyes, building a deep rampart harmony of love and trust between you. Meditate together, soon you'll begin to communicate by... I might add that's written down. I wouldn't necessarily always suggest that. I mean, because you might freak your animal out, number one. And number two, what was I? Oh, yes, number two, some animals probably won't like that. Like cats. They will, well, get angry. Then again, cats are just a sensitive creature. Let's see what else. Anyway, but then again, you can sometimes you can know it'll be familiar because you can understand them. I don't mean they talk, but you know what they mean. Like kind of like a baby, you know how when they cry, certain types of cry mean certain things. Animals like certain types of meows from certain cats mean things. Dogs certain mean things. Scratching at a door, body language. You know what I mean. You understand it. So that can help you connect the bond. Sometimes having a familiar present during a ritual can help with the ritual. You don't always have to have an animal present. It's your familiar. You don't. Main important thing: don't force them to do anything they don't want to do. Don't make them sit with you if they don't want to. Don't make them try to walk around in a circle. Don't make them try to eat any herbs or anything that they don't want to. Also, I might add you be careful of letting them around your herbs because some animals will just eat them instinctively, just because that's what they want to do. It's best to look and make sure what the animals can and cannot eat. Like, for example, dogs can't eat chocolate. Don't feed them chocolate, number one. And number two, just make sure you know what your familiar can and cannot eat. Because different animals can eat different things. Cats can eat chocolate, I do believe. Then again, I've sat and ever since I was little, I've had cats, so I've many times shared my food with my animal. Banana, ice cream, I don't know, you name it. Ever since I was little, I would sometimes I didn't have a choice. Cats can be very bossy. Some cats, you'll notice, especially, and then again, dogs or any animal like this, if they wander around free, if they like to cuddle and be with you, that's usually a good sign. One thing, some cats are just attention hogs. So, and I'm saying cats with this example because you don't want a dog climbing up on your keyboard. Like if you're trying to type something, a cat will be in your face. It's basically a way to get attention, but it shows that there's a bond there. It's basically, and they say dogs are a man's best friend. They can be a woman's best friend too, just like cats can be a man's best friend. It's, yeah. Anyway, but cats and dogs are the common ones, mainly cats. But anyway, a familiar. I mean, some will sit with you during rituals. They don't have to. It's just let them do as they wish. If they choose, especially to be around you a lot, then there you go. When you're familiar, naming your familiar, okay. They can have a normal name that they go by everybody, and then you can give them their own looking name that only you know. Or you can give them a name that everybody calls them and just use it. It's really up to you. I've had maybe one familiar that I've actually sat and that's done work with me. Then again, in between the time I've been practicing, I would say I've only had one pet I've been practicing, I should say. But I didn't do much work with her, but she was a cuddly cat, so she was around with me a lot, because I was still learning at the time, so I didn't do a lot of stuff. But anyway, so I'm not well-versed in this area, but from what information I've had and I've read and all this, so I do know quite a bit on that, and when it comes to reading anyway. But my best suggestion to you is you can look up more and learn about it. You can leave me questions, and I can tell you, I can look up the answers for you, or I can look, because I've got books on the subject, and I haven't read the exact section on every single one, word for word, so I could probably find an answer or look it up for you, or you can go online, look it up, like what certain animals can and cannot eat. Like, I've heard certain animals can't eat onions, and especially if they're several days old, they can be poisonous. I don't get how, but then again, I've never actually had an animal sit and try to eat onions. People say cats can't eat onions, but then again, I've never had a cat actually sit and try to eat anything really solid. Only thing I've ever seen a cat do is lick something. I mean, like pudding, ice cream, stuff like that I've shared, and yeah. And again, I've also seen a cat eat lotion and Vaseline. Vaseline's actually good, because if you have a cat, it helps with the hairballs. But lotion, I don't remember exactly why, but then again, some cats will just eat whatever they can get near, so be careful with that one. I've had a cat think those little firecrackers were catnip, and she kind of, let's just say she pissed herself and the bed. Anyway, but thank you for watching, and as I said, if you have more questions, you can leave some and I'll look up the answers for you, or you can just go and look them up online for yourself, or look in books. There are some specific, few I might add, Wiccan books that deal with just familiars. But a lot of Wiccan books that are general subjects or in general will have something on familiars, so I suggest you look it up. When it comes to what they can and cannot eat, that one you have to look up online probably. Or ask a vet, or actually check certain animal books, I might add. Sometimes they say, in the care or feeding, what they can and cannot eat. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you watch my other videos and keep learning. And so until next time.